The heartbeat of technology, once a vibrant symbol of innovation and global inspiration, now quietly fades. Silicon Valley, long celebrated as the cradle of innovation, still glows in the public eye. But beneath the surface, a seismic shift is happening. The flow of innovation is steadily moving northward, to Canada. What could have prompted these tech giants, once the driving force behind the U.S. economy, to leave their roots and seek new opportunities elsewhere? Is it the growing talent crisis, the unrelenting rise in operational costs, or the increasingly restrictive regulations that have finally pushed them out? In this video, we will explore the factors driving this shift and analyze why 2025 might be the turning point marking the beginning of a new era in the tech industry. This is no longer a shift solely affecting the US. It is an emerging trend that could reshape the global landscape. The days when the US held the crown as the tech capital of the world might soon be over. As Donald Trump once said, "America first, but we must ensure our strength globally." A reminder that while it is vital to maintain America's power, adapting to the global pulse is equally crucial. The question is, are we witnessing a transformation that the US can no longer control? In this video, we will dive deep into these factors and ask, how long can the US retain its dominant position in the face of these challenges? What does this shift mean for the future of the tech industry and the global economy? Stay tuned as we unpack these crucial developments. You won't want to miss this conversation. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and share your thoughts with us in the comments. Don't let this moment slip by. This conversation is one that could shape the future of technology. The 10th giant on the list of companies shifting operations to Canada is none other than Microsoft, an iconic name synonymous with American technological prowess. Yet in 2025, Microsoft announced a monumental $570 million investment to establish a new headquarters in downtown Toronto, along with plans to hire over 6,000 employees for its cloud AI and cybersecurity infrastructures. This move isn't just an expansion. It marks a strategic pivot, signaling a forward-looking vision for Microsoft's future. But why Toronto? What is it about Canada that offers a unique combination of world-class talent, low operational costs, and an efficient immigration system? The answer lies in Canada's competitive edge, with programs like the Global Talent Visa, which allows Microsoft to hire international engineers in weeks, not months. Moreover, Canada's 35% R&D tax credit reduces development costs, maintaining the company's competitive advantage. Meanwhile, many of Microsoft's US offices are grappling with hiring freezes and internal challenges. This move to Toronto gives Microsoft access to a rapidly expanding AI ecosystem, backed by world-renowned research institutions like the Vector Institute. The new center is not just another office. It's becoming the heart of AI and cloud technology development in North America. With the Canadian government pushing for public-private partnerships in tech, Microsoft sees ample long-term opportunities in this thriving landscape. This is not an abandonment of the US. It's a smart, calculated move, a strategic decision to build an environment where innovation can flourish sustainably. If Microsoft, one of the largest tech giants in the world, is shifting its operations this way, the question is, what does this mean for the future of the US in the global tech race? Google's relentless pursuit of innovation hasn't slowed down in the US, but in 2025, it has shifted gears significantly in Canada. By doubling the size of its Toronto Engineering Center, Google has solidified its commitment to expanding its footprint beyond the US, signaling a major step in its global strategy. While Silicon Valley campuses are growing quieter, with thousands of employees working remotely, Toronto has emerged as the new hub for Google's cutting-edge technology and innovation. But why Toronto? What does this city offer that Silicon Valley can't? Canada is offering Google unique advantages that the US simply can't match. The country's expertise in AI, cultivated by top institutions like the University of Toronto and Mila in Montreal, has created a deep talent pool. This talent is critical to Google's push to enhance its AI capabilities amidst fierce global competition. Moreover, Canada's efficient visa processes and stable political environment have made it easier for Google to recruit international talent quickly, something that has become increasingly difficult in the US due to political gridlock and delays in visa approvals. The shift was most noticeable in Google's AI division. In 2022, several core teams responsible for Search and Gemini AI quietly relocated to Toronto. This wasn't a decision driven by cost-cutting, but a strategic move to place innovation at the heart of a thriving tech ecosystem. Google is not abandoning the US. Rather, it's diversifying its approach to ensure long-term success. With its transparent legal framework, generous research incentives, and stable environment, Canada provides the perfect ecosystem for Google to push the boundaries of next-generation technology. Toronto has now become not just another office location, but a key player in Google's strategy to outpace global competition. For a company as powerful as Google, choosing Toronto isn't just a minor shift. It's a significant signal that the global tech landscape is changing. Cities like Toronto are no longer merely competing with Silicon Valley on location, but on the quality of the environment they offer to drive innovation. If Google is prioritizing Toronto, what does this mean for the broader tech industry? The question now is this just the beginning of a global shift, where major tech companies move toward favorable environments like Canada to experiment and innovate? The tech industry is evolving, and if the current trend continues, cities like Toronto could redefine the next era of innovation. So, here's the real question. Do you think this signals the end of Silicon Valley's dominance, with companies like Google finding success in more stable environments? If you agree, leave a 1 in the comments. Or do you believe the US can still hold its place as the tech capital of the world? If you think so, leave a 2 in the comments. Share your thoughts, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to stay updated on the changing landscape of global technology. Position number 8 belongs to IBM, a company that, for over a century, rarely made drastic changes. However, in 2025, the tech giant made a bold and strategic decision to significantly expand its operations in Canada. In an unexpected move, IBM consolidated its underutilized offices in the US and launched a massive 680,000 square foot, about 65,000 square meters, innovation center in downtown Toronto. This isn't just any office space. It's a state-of-the-art hub focused on cybersecurity, hybrid AI cloud solutions, and digital transformation. Canada provided exactly what IBM needed to continue its growth trajectory. The country offers a stable policy environment, predictable costs, and a government that actively supports innovation, elements that have been crucial to IBM's decision. While the US is facing shifting regulations and rising office rents, Canada offers significant advantages such as R&D tax credits, streamlined immigration policies, and a growing public-private partnership focus in tech. IBM is also benefiting from direct access to Canada's thriving enterprise technology ecosystem and a pool of talent from prestigious universities such as Waterloo and McGill. Toronto, beyond being a more cost-effective option, is positioning itself as the new tech hub, particularly in financial technology, AI, and cloud computing. IBM's new center is not merely a workplace, but a showroom, where clients can directly experience the company's cutting-edge cloud solutions. For a company with over 110 years of legacy, such a strategic pivot is a monumental shift. Choosing Canada as the next phase of IBM's journey showcases the company's smart adaptation to the evolving tech landscape. But what does this mean for the global tech industry? Is IBM's move a sign that other tech giants are following suit, opting for countries that offer more stability, better policies, and greater innovation opportunities? Or could this be a temporary shift, with companies like IBM eventually returning to the US when the political and business environment stabilizes? Position 7 goes to Snowflake, a cloud data giant that is defying industry trends in 2025. While many tech companies are scaling back or freezing growth, Snowflake is expanding rapidly in Canada. The company has leased over 1 million square feet, approximately 90,000 square meters, of premium office space in downtown Toronto. But this isn't just another satellite office. This is quickly becoming the technical backbone of Snowflake's global platform. Why is Snowflake choosing Canada? The answer is simple. Canada offers exactly what the company needs to thrive. First, the country boasts a rich pool of skilled data engineers, something the US is struggling to provide in abundance. Second, operational costs in Canada are significantly lower than in major tech hubs like San Francisco or New York. Most importantly, Canada offers a stable environment for growth, which is something Snowflake can no longer rely on in the US. With its soaring salaries, immigration delays, and ongoing political debates about data privacy. In Toronto, Snowflake has found a perfect environment to grow rapidly and attract top-tier talent. Universities such as the University of Toronto and Waterloo are producing some of the best students in computer science and data science. At Snowflake's new center, hundreds of engineers are working on building the company's core platform, which powers everything from healthcare and financial systems for Fortune 500 companies to essential government infrastructures. What Snowflake is building in Canada is not just an office or a tech center. It's laying the foundation for the future of data infrastructure. Leveraging Canada's generous R&D tax credits, Snowflake is reducing its development costs, making innovation more sustainable and efficient. Company leaders emphasize that this isn't about abandoning the US, but about strategically rebalancing for a future where Canada is becoming a global tech hub. As I reflect on this shift, it reminds me of a time when I was a computer science student, eager to find career opportunities in the fast-paced US tech environment. I always believed that success could only be found in Silicon Valley or other US-based tech giants. But seeing companies like Snowflake shift their focus to Canada made me realize that innovation and opportunities are not restricted to one region. Canada's open policies, stable environment, and world-class talent pool have made me reconsider my career path. And now I find myself asking, could Canada be the next great frontier for tech professionals like me? The big question is Snowflake's strategic shift to Canada a signal of a broader trend in the tech industry, where companies are moving toward more stable, cost-effective, and innovation-friendly environments? Could we see more companies follow in Snowflake's footsteps and make Canada their go-to tech hub for the future? Number 6 on the list is Netflix. For years, Netflix has dominated the streaming industry and been synonymous with Hollywood, the epicenter of global entertainment. But in 2025, the company made a surprising decision that sent shockwaves through the entertainment world. Instead of doubling down on its longtime home base in Los Angeles, Netflix made a strategic move, choosing Toronto as its primary production and post-production hub. This move wasn't just about reducing costs by filming in Canada. It was about building a comprehensive, self-sustaining creative ecosystem, including state-of-the-art production facilities, VFX studios, dubbing centers, and distribution channels all within the country. So why did Netflix make this bold move? The answer is simple. Canada offers key advantages that Hollywood can no longer provide. In the US, Netflix is facing ongoing strikes, increasing pressure from labor unions, and skyrocketing production costs. Meanwhile, Toronto presents stability, lower operating costs, and a government that is proactive in supporting the creative industry. This combination allows Netflix to continue producing high-quality content without the external obstacles they face in the US. By heavily investing in modern studios and advanced editing rooms, Netflix is laying the foundation for a new creative ecosystem in Toronto. This is more than just a move to serve Canadian audiences. It's about reaching global viewers. The shows and films completed in Toronto are now streamed in over 190 countries, offering Netflix unprecedented access to international audiences without the hefty transportation costs. Toronto's large pool of talented filmmakers also enables Netflix to ramp up production without the labor shortages seen in Hollywood. Canada is becoming a central pillar in Netflix's long-term strategy, and it's clear that the company's creative influence is expanding globally. Netflix isn't abandoning Hollywood, but it's no longer as reliant on it as it once was. As the streaming competition intensifies, Canada has emerged as a key stronghold for Netflix's creative future. Netflix is not just increasing its production scale, it's reshaping the entire streaming industry by adopting new strategies that promote sustainability and adaptability. This shift raises a critical question. With giants like Netflix leading the way, Is the traditional Hollywood-based model of production becoming outdated? Could other creative companies follow Netflix's lead and build their own global production platforms in countries that offer more supportive, innovative environments? The question is, will this shift mark a fundamental change in the entertainment industry as companies look beyond Hollywood to build stronger, more sustainable production hubs in countries like Canada? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Number 5 on the list is Reddit. Known as the front page of the internet, Reddit has gone through significant challenges in the US, from key administrators leaving to major advertisers pulling out. However, in 2025, Reddit made a quiet but strategic decision to open its first major international office in Toronto. This isn't just another customer support center. It's a new hub for core teams focusing on engineering, product development, and community operations. Why Canada? Because Reddit, like many companies, recognized the increasing difficulty of operating in the US. From cultural wars and political pressure to legal instability, these challenges have made it harder for companies like Reddit to scale and innovate. In contrast, Canada offers a more stable legal environment, a highly skilled engineering workforce, and lower operating costs, allowing Reddit to continue its growth without encountering the same roadblocks. Additionally, Canada is Reddit's third largest market, with a vibrant and growing user base. In Toronto, Reddit's engineering teams are directly working on core features like content moderation tools, monetization systems, and recommendation algorithms. These aren't just side projects. They are crucial to Reddit's global roadmap, helping the platform maintain and expand its massive online community. One key factor in Reddit's decision to expand to Toronto is the city's fewer legal barriers, combined with a diverse talent pool that allows for quicker and more efficient development of new products. Reddit's leadership stresses that this is not about abandoning the US, but making a responsible, strategic move for the long-term sustainability of its global user base. As Reddit looks to integrate AI and expand its monetization capabilities, Canada has proven to be the ideal environment for the company's next phase. For Reddit, this isn't about turning its back on the US, but about strategically building a future in an environment that offers favorable conditions. Canada doesn't just help Reddit sustain its community. It provides the perfect place to innovate and experiment with new technologies that will meet the evolving needs of its global audience. Position 7 goes to Snowflake, a cloud data giant that is defying industry trends in 2025. While many tech companies are scaling back or freezing growth, Snowflake is expanding rapidly in Canada. The company has leased over 1 million square feet, approximately 90,000 square meters, of premium office space in downtown Toronto. But this isn't just another satellite office. This is quickly becoming the technical backbone of Snowflake's global platform. Why is Snowflake choosing Canada? The answer is simple. Canada offers exactly what the company needs to thrive. First, the country boasts a rich pool of skilled data engineers, something the US is struggling to provide in abundance. Second, operational costs in Canada are significantly lower than in major tech hubs like San Francisco or New York. Most importantly, Canada offers a stable environment for growth, which is something Snowflake can no longer rely on in the US. With its soaring salaries, immigration delays, and ongoing political debates about data privacy. In Toronto, Snowflake has found a perfect environment to grow rapidly and attract top-tier talent. Universities such as the University of Toronto and Waterloo are producing some of the best students in computer science and data science. At Snowflake's new center, hundreds of engineers are working on building the company's core platform, which powers everything from healthcare and financial systems for Fortune 500 companies to essential government infrastructures. What Snowflake is building in Canada is not just an office or a tech center. It's laying the foundation for the future of data infrastructure. Leveraging Canada's generous R&D tax credits, Snowflake is reducing its development costs, making innovation more sustainable and efficient. Company leaders emphasize that this isn't about abandoning the US, but about strategically rebalancing for a future where Canada is becoming a global tech hub. As I reflect on this shift, it reminds me of a time when I was a computer science student, eager to find career opportunities in the fast-paced US tech environment. I always believed that success could only be found in Silicon Valley or other US-based tech giants. But seeing companies like Snowflake shift their focus to Canada made me realize that innovation and opportunities are not restricted to one region. Canada's open policies, stable environment, and world-class talent pool have made me reconsider my career path. And now I find myself asking, could Canada be the next great frontier for tech professionals like me? The big question is Snowflake's strategic shift to Canada a signal of a broader trend in the tech industry, where companies are moving toward more stable, cost-effective, and innovation-friendly environments? Could we see more companies follow in Snowflake's footsteps and make Canada their go-to tech hub for the future? Number 3. Amazon. Amazon built its empire on scale, speed, and dominance, emerging as the global icon of e-commerce and technology in the US. But in the 2020s and continuing into 2025, Amazon has quietly shifted gears and redefined its strategic path. The escalation of legal battles, union movements, and opposition from cities once eager for Amazon's presence have made growth in the US increasingly challenging. As a result, the company has chosen to move critical infrastructure northward, marking a pivotal moment in its history. One of Amazon's most significant moves was opening a massive fulfillment center in Scarborough, Ontario, which created over 600 new jobs. But this is just the beginning of a much larger plan. The real transformation lies in the expansion of Amazon Web Services, AWS, across Ontario and Quebec, with the launch of new data centers, a crucial step to reinforce Amazon's global cloud network. Why Canada? Because the US environment has become increasingly difficult for Amazon. Antitrust lawsuits, unionization efforts, and growing opposition from the very cities Amazon once considered its home base are making it harder to scale in the US. Rising labor costs and stricter regulations have compounded these issues, pushing Amazon to find a more stable development environment. Canada has emerged as the perfect solution. The country offers a friendly government, stable labor costs, and a growing tech talent pool. With these factors in place, Canada has become an attractive location for Amazon to invest in. But Amazon isn't just focusing on entertainment services with its Canadian expansion. AWS is now crucial for industries such as banking, healthcare, and government, with Canadian data centers providing Amazon with greater flexibility and backup capabilities while ensuring a stable legal environment for growth. The long-term strategy is clear. The expansion of Amazon's infrastructure in Canada also provides the company with a significant advantage in cross-border logistics. This allows Amazon to efficiently serve both US and Canadian markets while avoiding the legal and political instability currently gripping the US. The move is not an abandonment of the US, but rather a strategic rebalancing of risk and opportunity. As the company continues to expand northward, the question arises, will Seattle, once the heart of Amazon's empire, still play a major role in its future? Or will it simply become another node in Amazon's vast global network? This shift signifies more than just a geographical expansion. It's a statement of restructuring the very foundations of Amazon's growth strategy. And it could be the beginning of a larger shift in the tech industry as companies seek more stable environments for their operations. Could this be the new blueprint for success in the evolving global economy? Number 2. Coinbase. Number 2. Coinbase. Coinbase, a titan in the US crypto world, is making a bold move. In a major shift for the digital finance industry, the company is establishing a new development hub in Toronto, Canada, hiring hundreds of full-time employees. But why this great migration? The answer lies in two very different approaches to a new and ever-evolving frontier. For years, the US has been stuck in a chaotic and uncertain debate over crypto regulation. The SEC and other agencies can't seem to agree on how to classify digital assets, creating a volatile legal environment. For a company like Coinbase, this isn't a minor inconvenience. It's a serious business risk. As the company has faced ongoing investigations and legal threats, making it incredibly difficult to innovate and grow its core operations. Meanwhile, Canada has taken a different approach. In 2024, it passed the Digital Asset Management Act, which provides a clear and stable legal framework for crypto companies. This certainty is exactly what a company like Coinbase needs to thrive. With a predictable environment, the company can focus on what it does best: building new products, protecting its banking partnerships, and expanding its operations responsibly. Coinbase executives have stressed that this isn't a retreat from the US, but a strategic move to secure a more stable future. Toronto, which is fast becoming a major financial tech hub, is the perfect launchpad. However, if the regulatory uncertainty in the US continues, we could see more and more key operations shift northward. This move could signal a major change in the global digital finance landscape. Is Canada poised to become the new promised land for crypto, while the US struggles to keep up? Number 1. Ripple. Ripple, once hailed as one of the brightest stars in the US blockchain landscape, faced years of legal battles with the SEC that nearly pushed the company to the brink of collapse. However, in 2025, Ripple took a decisive step that would reshape its future. The company opened a large technical center in Toronto and moved its core operations out of the US. This wasn't just a relocation. It was a fresh start. Ripple is hiring over 100 blockchain engineers in Canada to develop the next generation of its XRP ledger, cross-border payments, and financial technology infrastructure. Why Canada? What the US couldn't provide, Canada delivered. With the Digital Asset Management Act now in place, Ripple has the legal transparency and institutional support it needs to develop and launch products without the looming threat of litigation. This shift to Canada isn't just about avoiding legal headaches. It's about tapping into a thriving blockchain ecosystem with access to world-class talent and proximity to major banking hubs, providing invaluable growth opportunities. But this move isn't just a new chapter for Ripple. It serves as a warning sign to the entire blockchain industry. If a global leader in real-time payments can't find the support it needs in its home country, other companies in the same sector will likely follow suit. Ripple is not abandoning the US. They are safeguarding their mission by choosing a more stable and supportive environment. And with Toronto at the center of their operations, this city may soon emerge as the global blockchain capital. The bigger lesson here goes beyond Ripple. It's about adaptability and strategic growth. In a world filled with regulatory uncertainty and shifting markets, companies must be flexible and proactive in seeking environments that foster long-term innovation and sustainable success. This bold decision by Ripple reminds us that the future of the tech and blockchain industry may no longer be centered around traditional hubs, but rather in places that offer stability, transparency, and opportunity. Will other tech giants follow Ripple's lead, choosing countries with more favorable conditions for growth? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights into the evolving global tech landscape.